And here I thought we were going to have to wait another year for Poppy to pop up, no pun intended. But ever since her debut EP in 2016, Bubble Bath, she's been releasing something every year. She has 4 albums out, multiple EPs that range from anywhere to just being your regular EP to some sort of avant-garde album to a soundtrack to something, and that's what we get here with this EP, Stagger, as following last year's Eat EP and her album Flux, this album is her first on her new record label, as she has left Sumerian Records and is moving on from that. And we see this 4-track EP, this short EP here, where she still tackles the alt rock that she has been kind of incorporating in her music. Not very metal, but it's just kind of picking up where Flux left off in this case, and maybe even having this more punk-leaning sound on some occasions. Plus, she's using a lot more curse words than usual. It's not something that I, care about, whatever, but, you know, this is definitely a different version of the character than I think we've seen, as, you know, it's less and less a character at this point, and basically just, you know, Mariah herself, which is Poppy's real name, which I can come to start appreciating now, as I think that the whole thing that she was doing back then kind of wore out its welcome, and it's just nice to see her as she genuinely is. Getting into this EP of the 4 tracks, there wasn't anything I hated. However, the one track I thought was okay was Shapes. It's not terrible, but I feel like when the other 3 songs on here are played, it definitely stands out. And then, of course, my favorite's FYB, which stands for Fuck You Back. That was the song we all heard before this EP came out, and I thought it was nice. It's a punk track. It's under 2 minutes, but it still does its job. Pocket is nice. This is more the, like I said, alt-rock leaning side of her, where, you know, it kind of teeters on the edge of what we heard with Flux, but also trying something different in its own way, and I think it's nice. And then Stagger, which is the title track and the finisher for this EP, kind of take a nice road down this more, you know, softer version of what we have gotten from her before. Like, she's done this before. Her last album, she had songs like Never Found My Place and As Strange As It Seems that were more eerie, but this is definitely just straight up kind of like pop rock, kind of, not even acoustic, but like I said, just softer type track that I think does its job for closing off this short little EP. Overall, another nice job from Poppy. It's kind of just cool seeing what she's going to do next and kind of anticipating what the sound will be like, considering it seems like throughout eras she doesn't keep the same sound, but the fact that she's going to stick with this, you know, rock sound and continue pushing forward with that, it's gonna be fun hearing what she has up her sleeve now, and now that she's under this new record label, we'll see the full-on direction she tries to go. But for now, this EP gets a 4.5 out of 5. It's a nice listen, and I would definitely recommend, especially if you're trying to get into Poppy, I would say that maybe try this out since it's shorter, and then look at her other albums like I Disagree and Flux, and to kind of figure things out. And if you're more of a pop-leaning person, then I would definitely check out Am I a Girl? I feel like that kind of mixes her balance between rock and pop very well before she actually fully committed to it. So, yeah, that's it for me. Stay safe out there, wear your mask, get vaccinated. Until then, I will catch you all in the next one.